Hey everyone, and welcome to today's morning yoga flow. This flow is specifically designed for beginners, so all of the poses are very easy to follow and very easy to do, especially if it's your first time. So to begin, we'll start off in a child's pose. So with our knees as wide as the mat and our big toes touching together, we're just going to sink our chest and our head all the way down to the mat with our hands laid out in front of us and bring our forehead down. We're just going to hold this pose for a few breaths just to settle in and focus on ourselves. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose, feeling your lungs and ribs expand, and then just relaxing as we sigh it all out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. We're then going to shift our way to the left, still staying in child's pose, as we move our left hand just outside of the mat and bring our right hand over on top of our left, doing a nice little gentle stretch going on in our right. And shifting over to the other side. Our right hand coming to the side of the mat, and our left hand on top of our right. Feeling a nice little lengthening going on in your left rib cage. And coming back to center, and then push our upper bodies up, coming into a tabletop position with our shoulders stacked over our wrists and our hips stacked over our knees. We're just going to go in a nice circular motion over our wrists just to get them nice and warmed up. Going in the one direction or changing over into the other. And from there, we can come to stillness and we're going to twist our hands so our fingers are pointing to the sides of the mat. And we're just going to rock our upper bodies from side to side, getting a nice little gentle stretch going on in our wrists and forearms. Just going as far as your body needs, keeping it nice and easy. You can come back to center, fingers pointing to the front again. You're going to step your legs out so your legs are straight, coming into a plank. Holding here for a second, maybe even just pushing your shoulders just a little bit forward, about past your wrists. And you can take a deep inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, you lift your hips up and pushing them back, coming into a downward facing dog. With this being the focus of just trying to get a nice straight back, bending both legs. You just want to maybe walk your dog out by pedaling one leg at a time. And just getting a nice little stretch. We're coming back and holding this pose for 3 full breaths. And from there, you can just start walking your feet very slowly to your hands at the top of the mat. And you're going to meet me in a forward fold. So just your legs slightly bent And your whole upper body and hands just hanging nice and loose. And maybe if you want, you can just sway your body from side to side and maybe even grabbing your elbows for a rag doll. As you just enjoy this nice little gentle back release and letting gravity do all the work for you. Then releasing your hands, you can tuck your chin into your chest as you just slowly start rolling your upper body up. We're going up one vertebra at a time. So you reach a nice strong standing position. Head coming up, palms facing forward for your mountain pose, Tadasana. And here you can just have your feet grip onto the mat, feeling your connection to the earth. You just take a moment to breathe. And from here, you can open your eyes if they were closed. On your first inhale, you can lift your hands up above your head, bringing palms together. On the exhale, folding forward all the way back down. Inhale, you're going to halfway lift your chest up, keeping your back nice and straight. And exhale, bringing your hands down to the mat as you step both legs, coming to another plank. Holding here for an inhale. And then as you exhale, you can slowly lower down. You can even maybe bring your knees down to the mat first before bringing your chest and your chin all the way down. On your next inhale, you're going to bring your forearms down to the mat, lifting your chest up, pulling your shoulders back for a sphinx. And then for your exhale, hands below shoulders, tucking your back toes. You come and lift your hips back up and come into your downward facing dog. Then you're going to inhale, walk your feet back towards the top of the mat. Inhale at your forward fold. And come up for another halfway lift. Exhale back to forward fold. And then inhale, slowly rolling back up. Hands above head. Before exhaling, bring hands back down to heart center. Okay, that was number one. That was your first round of sun salutations A. I'm going to go through two more rounds. Next round's a little bit faster. So inhale, hands going up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to plank. Inhale to hold. And then exhale to chaturanga down. However you want, bringing knees down or keeping them straight. Inhale, you can either come back into Sphinx, or you can keep your hands where they are and lifting your chest up for Cobra. And then exhale, tucking toes back into Down Dog. Inhale to walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to come up nice and straight, hands above head. And exhale, hands down to heart center. Okay, one last round. Inhale, hands going up. Exhale to come down. Inhale to half lift. Exhale to plank. Inhale to hold. Exhale to chaturanga down. Inhale for your back bend of choice. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale to walk hands to feet, feet to hands. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale back down. And then inhale to come up nice and straight. Hands above head for one last round. As we exhale, bring hands down to heart center. Okay. And from here, you can come into seated position. Feet out straight out in front of you, legs together. We're going to go into a seated forward fold. So for this, you can keep your legs straight, or if you don't have the flexibility, you can just bend your legs just a little bit, just to help. You get a nice straight spine, sitting up straight. Inhale, pulling our shoulders back. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge forward from our hips, bring our chest towards our knees, seeing if you can touch your toes. If not, you can grab your ankles. And you just pull ourselves so gently forward into this nice little stretch in our legs and our back. We're just going to hold here for 3 full breaths. And slowly rolling back up. You can come to lie on your back, legs still straight. And you'll bring your hands above your head, laying them together. And from here, we're going to shift our hips to the left side of the mat and bringing our feet and our hands to the right corners of the mat as we come into a little bit of a banana pose. You can put your left ankle on top of your right just to help with the stretch, as well as grabbing your left wrist with your right hand. And you can just hold your feeling a nice lengthening in your left side. And straightening out. You can change over to the other sides. Right hip. Hip on the right side. Feet and hands on the left corners of your mat. And this time right foot over left and left hand grabbing onto right. Then come into a nice straight body, everything back in center, hands by your sides. You're gonna bend now both your legs, keeping your legs fairly close, your ankles fairly close to your body. You're gonna lift your right leg, placing your right ankle onto your left knee. You're gonna bring your hands by your sides in a nice long T shape. And then from here, you're just gonna let your legs fall over to the left, bringing your left leg all the way down with your right foot flat on the ground. And from here, you really want to focus on keeping your right shoulder nice and grounded to the mat. And maybe even if your neck feels comfortable enough for it, you can twist and look over to the right. Bring your legs back to center, twisting your head to look up. And we can swap over to the other side. Right foot down, left ankle onto right knee, and letting everything fall down to the right. And once more, if your neck feels fine for it, twisting and looking to the left. Twisting your head back to center, and then straighten your legs out in front of you, bringing your hands down at your sides. We come into our final pose of the practice of Shavasana. And from here, you're just going to remain calm, relaxing every muscle in your body. You just let your mind wander off and let your body breathe for you. Taking a nice deep breath into the nose, feeling your chest rise and expand. And as you exhale, you can maybe introduce some movements back in your bodies, maybe wiggling your fingers and your toes, moving your wrists, ankles. You can even turn your head from side to side, really just waking up the body very slowly. And then when you're ready, you can keep your eyes closed. You can meet me in a seated position, or you can stay lying down, whichever feels most comfortable. As we just take a moment to reflect on ourselves, how we're feeling after the practice, and just taking a moment, really congratulating ourselves, giving ourselves a little mental tap on the back, for wanting to look after ourselves mentally, emotionally, and physically. And then bringing our hands to heart center, we can bow and close our practice. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And I hope to see you guys again next time on the Yoga Mat.